Alright guys, back again with another video, so let's get started. First story for the week. June is Gay Pride Month, and because of that, some guys out of Boston felt that there's so much discrimination against straight people that they need to have their own straight pride parade. Roll the clip.
As a gay pride flag flies outside City Hall, inside, an application for a straight pride parade is working its way through the permitting process.
We don't hate anyone. Everybody's invited, no matter what your sexual orientation. We just want to have a fun day.
The application was filed by John Hugo, president of the group Super Happy Fun America. Hugo, who was defeated in his run for Congress last fall, says his request to raise a straight pride flag on City Hall Plaza was rejected, an issue he says he filed a lawsuit against the city over, and he claims he'll do the same thing if the parade doesn't move forward.
Until a few hours ago, until Marty Walsh started spewing his hate, we thought it was all set. So we're going to have to follow up with City Hall.
We had a lighting ceremony in the South End for Pride, and I said to people, I wouldn't even worry about it. You know, there'll probably be 10 people at the parade if he has one.
The proposal has grabbed national attention. New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and actor Chris Evans among those tweeting rebukes. Organizers for the Gay Pride Parade released a statement, quote, "We are looking forward to seeing our straight friends, family, and neighbors at the Boston Pride Parade and Festival this Saturday, along with members of the LGBTQ community." Hugo wants to hold the straight pride parade along the same route as this weekend's gay pride parade.
Gay Pride, that goes a whole week. We just want one day and have the flagpole for a couple of hours.
Look, man, look. It's a free country. Do what you want. If there's a gay pride parade, good. Straight pride parade, good. But let's just just call it a spade a spade. Like the straight pride parade, this is bullshit, right? Like we all 100% know this is 100% bullshit. There's nothing to it. It's just because for some reason some guys out in Boston feel like they want, I don't know, they just want attention. That's all it is. This is like an attention seeking thing. But again, this is America. You can do what you want. For people who are actually interested in learning why the Gay Pride Parade and Gay Pride Month and all those things exist, you can go do some research, because I'm not going to do the research. I don't know anything. I'm just a dude on YouTube. But yeah, the Straight Pride Parade, go ahead, have it. It's going to be a bunch of dudes there drinking freaking, I don't even know, Coors Light. Like, dude, who cares? Just go. What? Like, what is the theme song at the Straight Pride Parade? Like, what is the theme song? I don't even know what the theme song's supposed to be. Okay, forget it. Next story. Okay, have you guys heard about what's going on in the Dominican Republic with people dying at these resorts? Roll the clip.
This morning, preliminary autopsy results for those 3 American tourists who died in the Dominican Republic are now raising more questions than answers. The report, released by the DR's Public Ministry Office, indicating 41-year-old Miranda Werner suffered a type of cardiac arrest that led to respiratory failure at the Bahia Principe Resort. Werner died in her room just 2 hours after checking in with her husband. Her family saying she experienced acute physical distress and collapsed immediately after having a drink from the minibar. Just 5 days later, 63-year-old Nathaniel Holmes and his fiancée, 49-year-old Cynthia Day, were found dead inside of their room in an adjoining property on the resort.
You got a video?
Yes.
That's right. Cindy, you got to do something.
This video shows them kayaking a day before they died. Authorities in the Dominican Republic citing pre-existing health conditions, saying Holmes and Day had enlarged hearts and livers. They also say blood pressure medicine was found inside of the room, along with an opioid and anti-inflammatory medication. Preliminary autopsy findings showing they both died from organ and respiratory failure. But it's still unclear what led to the fatal medical issues in all 3 cases. The DR's Minister of Tourism suggesting all 3 deaths could have been coincidences, an unfortunate series of events. The minister saying they regularly inspect hotels for safety, examining their hygiene, kitchens, and ventilation systems.
All these people are dying in the Dominican Republic, and it seems to be at the same resort. Now, I'm no, scientist or anything, but that's that's just weird. That's kind of crazy. All these people go there, then they die. They go there, then they die. Look, until they figure out what's going on in the Dominican Republic, guaranteed I am not going there. I'm not going to any trips. I'm not doing anything over there, because either they have a serial killer that's killing Americans or killing tourists, or something's in the food or whatever, because that's just ridiculous. How can all these people die or get sick at the same resort? Something's going on, and until they figure it out, I'm not even going over there. And you know what? I'm gonna stay in my house. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I do. I stay in my house. But last story, and kind of this is a more serious one. Have you guys ever heard of the Central Park 5? It's about these boys, 5 boys from New York back in 1989. They were accused of raping this woman in Central Park. Well, there's a movie that came out on Netflix called When They See Us, which is basically the retelling of that story. Roll the clip.
Is my mom here?
It's just us. You and us. Who you were in the park with?
I don't know names. I just got lost.
Where did you see the lady?
One lady.
The female jogger was severely beaten and raped.
Every black male who was in the park last night is a suspect. I need all of them.
What's going on with my son?
Your son was involved in a rape in Central Park.
What? No,
Wait a minute. Wait a second.
They saw you rape the lady.
I didn't see a lady or hit anyone. I didn't see any lady.
Kevin.
I didn't see any lady.
I want to see my son right now, right now.
Whatever they said I did, I didn't.
I know.
Zoning on the road.
Nothing in these boys' state matches the central facts of the crime. All we need is for one to tie this whole thing together.
These tapes are not as clean as the state would have you believe.
There is injustice happening here.
There is not one shred of evidence.
Imagine the frenzy of these teenagers.
Ripping off her
They
clothes.
are innocent of these
They
crimes.
are guilty.
Why are you doing us like this?
What other way they ever do us?
And I haven't looked.
So I watched the whole movie. Again, if you don't know what it's about those boys. They were accused and they were found guilty of raping this woman. The reason why this was such a big story is because years later, the truth finally came out that they didn't rape this woman, that it was someone completely different. And during the time of the trial and everything, there was no DNA evidence linking those boys there. The fingerprints were not there. No, there was no evidence other than the fact that they were in the park at the same time when this woman was raped. So basically, New York police, they had to, find these people. They had to basically solve this case very quickly, because the public was kind of scared that a white woman got raped, and you have these black kids and Hispanic kids are running wild in the city. So we had to, make a showing of it and really get them. But the thing is that since there was no evidence, they basically coerced these kids into giving false confessions, which ultimately led to them doing from 7 to 13 years in jail. But yeah, so it's just a sad story. I recommend anybody, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's in four parts, so you can split it up if you need to. But that is it for this week. My name is Augie, and you guys have a good day.